One love, y'all, because we're together. United, baby. Under one roof. Come on. In a house is ours. It's one love, y'all.
I want to say welcome, everyone, to Constructive Talks, a place where you can sit back and have intelligent conversations without judgment. We believe here at Constructive Talks that all experiences can have constructive outcomes, because in every experience there's a constructive lesson to be learned, which can be used to empower you and those around you towards a positive, constructive goal. Today's topic is, who the hell do you think you are? Now, let's explore this in a constructive manner. We know at some point in our lives, we all have experienced the same things, regardless of the color, gender, class, location on earth. But some things are an individual experience that no one has ever experienced. How do we deal with those things individually and collectively? Can you remember the first time that you heard that? Who the hell do you think you are? You might have been at work. Your boss might have said it. For me, I don't know if it was my grandmother, my mom, or maybe one of my other aunts or uncles. Because we know at some point in our lives, we all kind of talked a little too much at times and got a feel of ourselves. As we know, we say feeling ourselves back in the day. I don't really know what they say now, but I'm quite sure it's pretty close to that. Now, when I talk about this in an experienced manner of an individual, everybody hadn't heard this before. So let's not say the specific words, but I'm quite sure that we've all been at some point where somebody say, who do you think you are? What? You're not running anything. You need to go sit down somewhere. You know, that's the same kind of general area. When someone said that to you, who the hell do you think you are? What was your response? For some, it was expected because they knew what they were doing. They knew they were probably pushing it too far. For others, it probably was shock. Oh, whoa. I didn't know I overstepped my bounds in that situation. So what was your response? How did you handle it? Did it take you to a place where you became angry? Or take you to a place where you felt that you were being disrespectful and you humbled yourself? I want you to think about that. And then the most important part, I want you to think about what crossed your mind at that moment. What did you think about? What did you tap into? Now, those things that you tapped into, they go back into your experiences in life from when, as far back as you can remember. And those things helped you become the person you are today, the things that you experienced. Now, we've all had multiple experiences in our lives. And that was one of the things I said in the beginning was, most of us have experienced the same things. Let's say hurt. You know, people love to tap into hurt as a motivating factor in their lives. And I don't recommend that. That's the last thing a person should do is tap into hurt, due to the fact that if hurt drives you, you're doing things to be spiteful. More than likely, maybe not always the fact, but more than likely, you're like, I'm going to show them who I am. I'm going to show them. And on the opposite spectrum, you're going to say, well, you said I'm this, and I'm going to live up to your expectations. So, you know, using that hurt and bad memories and different things to drive a person, usually it doesn't work out too well. And I think one day in the future, we'll have someone on that took pain as their motivating factor to be successful in life or to live their life the way they wanted to. I think that would be a pretty good topic. So let's look back on who the hell do you think you are? And I'm asking that question. Who do you think you are as relating to yourself? Who do you think you are as others see you? Who do you think you are in reference to what you want to become in your life? Who do you think you can be? What resources are you using from within yourself to be that person? Think about that for a hot second. Who do you think you are? First, we have to look at what's in our mind, our mindset. What made us think this way? Was it a parent that said, hey, don't do drugs. Don't go on that side of town. I'm not going to ever fly because it's so dangerous. Those type things. Or was it a parent saying, you're the best that you are. You're the most amazing human on the earth. You can do anything you desire. Was it an uncle, a cousin, a friend, or just a stranger? Associate in school, work, that let you know, hey, you're amazing. And also, on the opposite side, helped you build walls up around yourself where you didn't branch out and to be the best person you possibly could be, or even tap into your capabilities. And I can say that I remember days where, those around me, and my bubble was kind of small. A little country boy growing up in South Carolina. You kind of had the neighborhood, you had your school. Then when you started to work, you had those that you worked around. Then you kind of graduated, and then you either stayed in the area or you branched out and found other associates and experienced other experiences. For those who did branch out, I think those new experiences kind of helped drive them in life to just be more aware that one way is not the only way to accomplish something. In your thoughts, what are they filled with? Do you think about your priorities every day? Do you do things and think about your goals of what you want to become? Do you try to figure out how to live up to the dreams that you dream at night when you're in the comfort of your home? Do you think about other people's issues and how to solve them and how to be more available for them in their life? Others' priorities, such as if someone is trying to move into a house, or you trying to figure out ways that they could do it and advise them on it. Other people's goals and dreams. Do you help them, or are you the subject of those goals and dreams? And also, on the thoughts of what we are and what we become is, think about this. As we experience these things in life, what do we do with them? Are we really sitting down and using them for the best of your life? Or are you kind of passing them on, giving them to everybody else, and you're just like a middle person and you never get to experience your life because you're helping so many people that you don't sit down and understand that without you, those around you are not as good as they can be. I would ask you this right here, those around you. And just for this conversation, I'll call it your bubble. What do people do to help you be the best you that are in your bubble? It might be your children. It might be a loved one. It might be a family member, a friend, a work associate. Very rarely do we let strangers kind of just change our way of life unless they say something profound. Are people giving to you the same as you give to them? If yes, how? Could you write them down? Are people around you not giving to you as you give to them? If not, how not? Can you write them down? Now, of those two lists, can you determine what your priorities are for the next day or for the next moment? What do you want to be? What do you want to do? I would ask you, who the hell do you think you are? I would hope that you think that you're an amazing person that's driven by positivity, that's driven by goals and ambition. I would hope you are a person that takes every opportunity to improve your day, to make your moments wonderful by actively experiencing each moment and not just letting those moments pass us by, because we know one life to live, right? Do we really understand what that means? I know we say that statement a lot. Hey, I only got one life to live. Think about that. When you think about that, do you understand how precious each moment truly is? And what you do with each moment matters, not only to you and your peace of mind and freedom, but those around you. From my experience, growing up, honestly, a lot of time was wasted. Why? Because those before me and those that advised me, they kind of didn't know themselves how to manage their time and spend their time in order to make themselves better in every aspect. It's hard work, and it's such hard work. A lot of times you have to have courage to deal with yourself. Courage. Like, whoa, why do I have to have courage to deal with myself? Because based on some of those experiences that we talked about earlier, you might prevent you from being the best you based on past experiences, based on you thinking maybe your skills and capabilities and resources are limited. Courage. Do you have the courage to tap into the capabilities within you and not caring what people in your space think about you? And definitely what they think about the new you. We must, at each moment of our day, actively live our lives and be involved with our lives. And of course, we take breaks. I got it. TV, go bike riding, eat a big cake, whatever it is that you like to do. But when you're actively involved in your life in each moment, we tend not to waste time. And I've seen multiple ways to waste time, from video games to having conversations which really don't achieve anything. It's just chatter. Having get-togethers and nothing positive comes out of it other than having fun. Or constructive. And I think each time that we do have a get-together, that we're supposed to have a constructive outcome. And somebody learns something. I think if we start doing that a little bit more, I know it's not the cool thing to do. I get it. I understand that. But I think if we do it a little bit, people will get used to it. As they have these get-togethers, they're going to bring something to the table. And that's courage. That's taking the courage to be different. The definition of courage is having the mental or the moral strength to venture, persevere, and withstand danger, fear, or difficulty. It can be difficult to deal with ourselves sometimes, because over the years we've created habits. We've been culturally conditioned. We use negative things to power our days. So having the courage to change that, it'll take a lot, but it takes so little. As I said, controlling each moment. It takes a moment to get courage to be different than everybody around you. And then take that difference to empower those around you. Think about that. We go through life saying the American dream is a job, 2 kids, a dog, a house, a white picket fence. And that's passed on to generation and generation. And what has that truly created? For most of us, a working class that keeps the strong in our society with the most influence, keep getting the most influence, and they keep getting stronger. off our hard work. And that's something that we've been conditioned to believe. And that belief, it has driven us to walk away from ourselves and not realizing we are our most valuable resource. We are our most valuable resource. What are your life ambitions? Does the things you do every day empower you to have ambition to, hey, what's next? What's next? What's next? Let me dip my toe in this. Let me take a jab at this. Are those ambitions are they there for you for the taking, or are they kind of thought about then forgotten about pretty quickly? Well, I would tell you, if you work hard every day, you must experience the results of your hard work. And how do you do that? You relax your mind at times. You think about what you're doing tomorrow. You think about what you're doing the next moment. And you think about, is it constructive? Am I producing something, or am I a consumer of things? And I would say always, no matter what, with your hard work, always pay yourself first. And those around you will be fine. Focusing on yourself. This is not selfish, but if we listen to what we've been told in the past and how we've been conditioned to believe, to give others, and nowhere during that time, from my experience, did they say, hey, take care of self, because you genuinely can't love another person unless you love yourself. Think about that. People will fight back against that statement because they say, oh, I need to show them that I'm the perfect mother, the perfect father, the perfect friend, the perfect, relative, work associate. Yes. And the entire time, look at what you're giving, and your tank goes on low. And the slightest things throw you off balance. As soon as someone pushes back or something pushes back, you kind of get frustrated. And I'm saying this because I've experienced this in my younger years. And it was a challenge to work through because I had to fight through the cultural conditioning. I had to fight through what my mama told me, my dad told me, my grandmama told me, my granddaddy told me. Hey, don't go to jail. Don't get nobody pregnant. Go to school. Don't make bad grades in school. Don't do drugs. That was pretty much the 4 or 5 things that I got. Everything else was kind of go by experience. As long as you don't do those things, I guess, in our culture, that was considered success. I was never told in high school, rather, about college, the SATs. Think about that. I never took a SAT in high school. It was not even told to me. A little boy growing up in South Carolina. Think about that. So when I say, who the hell do you think you are? Have we ever taken a moment to sit down and ask ourselves, who are we? Who are we? Who am I? Who am I? So I would ask everyone today, sit back, think about your life priorities, and don't make it complicated. Please keep it as simple as possible. Don't go in the next room and say, hey, I'm sick and tired of you. No, that's not what we're talking about here. Because I'm quite sure inside your bubble and right outside your bubble, you have those that you love and those that you can help make their lives better because you're influential, and that's important. Think about the things that you put your energy in. Think about the thoughts that go through your mind each day. How many thoughts are yours and how many thoughts belong to somebody else? And you put that hard work in making their lives better, so you would seem. But we truly don't know someone else's goals and aspirations if we're not actively involved in them. We just kind of go off an assumption. I would say set goals. Set one goal at a time that's going to help you be a better person with you. So you'll start to figure out, who the hell am I? And as you achieve those goals. And life needs, remember, needs. I think you can truly have perfect moments. And part of that, having these perfect moments and figuring out who the hell I am, we have to work on our mindset. What do we believe? What have we been told? What is our drive? What is our drive based on? You know, I say these things because we are important to ourselves. So in order to figure out and to understand who the hell you are, I would ask you, think about your bubble first and you. Think about how you can help others by helping yourself. That is very important. And I would say to you, thank you for coming out. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for being amazing. That is very important. As we end this podcast today, I want to let each one of you know that not only are you incredible, but it's about you that constructive conversations happen. And with these constructive conversations and constructive goals and constructive ideas and thoughts, control your moments, control your day, and let everyone around you know this is me, and I know who the hell I am.